Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you for joining us on the news briefing for this Wednesday. Well, we've gotten a pretty good preview of our winter storm season this last week, and we all want to be on our toes. Andrea Estrada from our Department of Emergency Management says it is not hard to be ready and prepared for our winter storms, and she is here to share some really good information for us. And she's going to be providing the information in both English and Spanish for those who like to hear it in either one. Hi, Andrea. Thanks for being here today.
Hi, thank you for having me.
So
So,
how can we be ready?
perfect. Well, first of all, thank you for having me. And I wanted to remind Monterey County residents and employees to please sign up for Alert Monterey County. Alert Monterey County is a system used by city and county public safety officials to deliver emergency notifications. These emergency notifications are sent via voice calls and text messages based on your zip code. There is no charge. This is free. To register, go to alertmontereycounty.org. Type in your phone number, email, and add your physical address. This is an excellent resource because you get notified about potential and actual emergencies, information on protective measures, evacuation, shelter in place, and of course, public health advisories. Again, to register, go to alertmontereycounty.org. And I have some really exciting news. Next week, we will be having our winter storm safety training and a Pájaro levee repair update from the Pájaro Regional Flood Management Agency. So they're going to provide amazing information. In this meeting, we will also learn how to create an emergency preparedness kit, sign up for emergency notifications, appropriately learn how to fill in a sandbag. Many people don't know how to do so. Understand tenant rights, learn how to evacuate with animals, and much more. This meeting will be held on December 4th at San Pablo de Colores in Pájaro from 6 to 8 p.m. And thanks to the collaborations with Community Bridges, we're going to get sponsored with some great food.
And that helps people stay and learn how to fill a sandbag, right? It never
Correct.
hurts to have some snags. Thanks very much. And one thing I do want you to reassure people is that when they sign up for Alert Monterey County, they can sign up in either English or Spanish, that there's options for everyone.
Correct. It's currently it's available in English and Spanish.
Thank you. And if you could give us the same information in Spanish for those who would prefer to hear it that way.
Perfect. Hola, mi nombre es Andrea Estrada, trabajo para el Departamento de Manejo de Emergencias. Quería recordar a los residentes y empleados del Condado de Monterey que se inscriba en Alert Monterey County. Alert Monterey County es un sistema utilizado por oficiales de seguridad pública de la ciudad y el condado para notificar de emergencias. Estas notificaciones de emergencias se mandan a través de llamadas telefónicas, mensajes de texto según su código postal. No hay ningún cargo, es gratis. Para registrarse, vaya a alertmontereycounty.org. Escriba su número de teléfono, correo electrónico y agregue su dirección física. Este es un excelente recurso porque se le va a notificar sobre emergencias potenciales y reales, medidas de protección, información de evacuaciones, refugio en el lugar y, por supuesto, avisos de salud pública. De nuevo, para registrarse, visite alertmontereycounty.org. Y además, están todos invitados a la presentación de seguridad para tormentas invernales y una actualización de la reparación del dique presentado por la Agencia Regional de Manejo de Inundaciones de Pájaro. En esta junta vamos a aprender cómo crear un kit de preparación para emergencias, inscribirse para notificación de emergencias, aprender a llenar adecuadamente una bolsa de arena, aprender de los derechos de los inquilinos, evacuar con animales y mucho más. Esta junta se llevará a cabo el 4 de diciembre en San Pablo de Colores, en Pájaro. de 6 a 8 p.m. Esta comida va a ser proporcionada por la colaboración de Community Bridges, que sería puentes comunitarios. Muchas gracias.
Andrea, thanks very much. And could you, and I, my Spanish is not as good as yours, but I just want to make sure that people in Spanish know that there's no language barrier when they sign up for Alert Monterey County, that they can choose the language that they wish to sign up in.
Muchas gracias, Mea. Lo que queremos recordar es que este sistema de notificaciones están en inglés y en español.
Thank you. And we'll just keep our fingers crossed that we can be prepared, but no problems, right?
Claro que sí. Aquí estamos para ayudarlos. We are here to help and answer questions.
Thank you so much, Andrea. I
Thank
appreciate
you.
it. And again, alertmontereycounty.org and readymontereycounty.org as well. So now we're going to move on to something else that is just around the corner, which is the holiday shopping season. And we're heading into the fray of that shopping season. Don't forget, though, to shop local and show some love for our local businesses. Jose Luis Barajas from the Monterey County Business Council, he is here to tell us why Small Business Saturday, which is coming up just in a couple of days, is so important. Plus, he has information to share for our local businesses about resources and programs. Hi, Jose. Thanks for being here.
Hi, thank you, Maya, for having us. As you mentioned, thank you for the introduction. Jose Luis with the Central Coast Small Business Development Center. I'm our Business and Community Relations Liaison. And thanks for the opportunity to share a little bit more about Small Business Saturday and then the different business support programs that we host here at the Monterey County Business Council. So just to start off very briefly, our Central Coast Small Business Development Center particularly serves Monterey and San Benito counties. And a little bit about us, we're a federal program with over 1,000 locations nationwide and across the overseas territories as well. And functionally, our purpose is to provide free business advising, workshops, and resources to small businesses across our service area, that being Monterey and San Benito counties. We run things a little bit differently from other small business development centers in that we have a number of outreach centers throughout our service area. So aside from our main office in Salinas that's staffed by bilingual staff that speak English and Spanish, we also have outreach centers down in Soledad and in Monterey that are open every Monday from 9 a.m. till 4 p.m. Additionally, all of our advisors speak English, Spanish, Japanese, Portuguese, and Arabic, and we're able to make other language accommodations and other physical accommodations upon request. Just an additional side note, because we are a federal program, we are funded by the Small Business Administration and in part by the California Office of the Small Business Advocate. So just as a disclaimer, the information that's about to be presented does not necessarily reflect the views or opinions of the SBA, Cal OSBA, the State of California, or the Central California SBDC network. One last thing is in terms of funding, a $165,000 match was required to run the SBDC. So the Monterey County Business Council partnered with a number of different jurisdictions and nonprofits and business organizations to ensure success. So we just wanted to thank all the different resource partners that it took to make this a possibility and to serve our community. A little bit about Small Business Saturday. It's an initiative that started about 15 years ago that was spearheaded by American Express to support small and local businesses, particularly during the holiday season. Small businesses up until that point tended to be forgotten with the rise of Black Friday, Cyber Monday, Giving Tuesday, all these different events. So they really wanted to create something that would really highlight our local brick and mortar locations and businesses. And it's always held the Saturday after Thanksgiving and was recognized by the US Senate back in 2011 and had since been a co-sponsored event alongside the SBA. And just as an additional important note about the impact that, intentionally shopping on Small Business Saturday can have, last year alone, $17 billion were spent in small businesses across the United States on one day alone. So we can definitely make an impact when it comes to being deliberate about shopping and supporting our local small businesses. And it's really an opportunity for businesses to, introduce themselves to new customers during the holiday season and to reconnect with existing ones. American Express has a number of free resources for small businesses that are interested in acquiring some particularly marketing. So they have free social media marketing templates, as you guys can see on the screen here. This is their website. They also have free business signage, ranging everything from posted hours to POS systems to menus, a bunch of different tchotchkes for businesses. They also have free marketing available through American Express's Shop Small Map, which is similar to a Google Business Profile, but specific to American Express customers. And they also provide free training through their Shop Small Academy, which is a completely virtual program and offered in a number of different languages. All of these resources are completely free and available through American Express.
Jose, I want, if you could pause for a second and make your screen full screen. That way we could see your slides even better.
Yes. See which screen I can share. Oh, sorry, I was sharing the wrong screen. Can you guys see the full screen now?
Yes, perfect. Thank you.
Sorry about that. Thank you. All right. So that's on Small Business Saturday. Another program that we host at the Monterey County Business Council is our Apex Accelerator program. It was previously known as the Monterey Bay PTAC, or the Procurement and Technical Assistance Center. It's a federally funded program by the U.S. Department of Defense and has been congressionally mandated since 1985. We are one of 96 centers nationwide and one of 7 centers in California. And what the Monterey Bay Apex Accelerator does is it facilitates access to federal, state, and local government for small businesses. So what does this mean functionally is we help businesses bid and win and compete for government contracts. We serve a 14-county region that encompasses California's Central Coast and Central Valley. As you guys can see here, we're one of 7 centers, and there is an additional American Indian PTAC that serves those needs in those particular jurisdictions as well. Our Monterey Bay Apex Accelerator offers completely free services, and this is just a list of a few of the services that are provided. The core of our programming, which is the one-on-one individual advising, really connecting with the business owner, walking them through the procurement process and answering their questions to better help them navigate the procurement process. Additional resources to keep in mind, particularly for small businesses this holiday season, are the 3 following. We're a Grow with Google high impact partner because we provide free technical assistance to small businesses that need to upskill their in terms with their digital skills and digital abilities, whether for themselves or their employees. So one of the things that we recommend is definitely updating your hours on your Google business profile. So making sure that you're there, that your information's up to date. None of us hate anything more than showing up to a business that says they're open and it turns out that they're not open, right? So make sure your hours are updated. If you have any additional promotions, you can upload those there completely for free. And the difference between being on Google versus being on social media is that being on Google is more intentional. Statistics and data shows that buyers across all ages have Google as their #1 source for referrals. So when a client and customer is looking for which business to support or a service or a good to acquire, they go to Google first. So it's important that your information is there and up to date. You can also use Google Analytics. By having a Google business profile, you have access to Google Analytics, so you can track where your leads are coming from, who's looking up your information, what are their demographics, so you can better target your marketing for them. And lastly is, ourselves, the Central Coast Small Business Development Center. We provide free one-on-one business advising. We can help you grow your sales, help you establish a concrete and solid marketing plan to ensure that you're successful. And again, we have experts on all aspects of business, ranging from intellectual property law attorneys to finance experts and so on and so forth. I'm just going to quickly go through 3 different programs I'd like to highlight for you guys that are completely free and starting this upcoming January. So the Cook Academy is a statewide program that's currently offering a free 8-week online course that's starting this upcoming January. That's going to be hosted in English and in Spanish. And it provides a free $3,000 grant for people that successfully complete the program. MECO is a new opportunity for entrepreneurs and small business owners to start a food business from home. There are a number of different restrictions, so this program is intended to walk them through the restrictions and how to be successful working within the confines of the MECO program. Additionally, The Small Business Development Center has $1,000 startup grant for childcare businesses. So if you are someone who's interested in starting a home-based childcare facility or becoming a childcare provider, we have a free 12-week online program that's offered again in English and in Spanish. And upon becoming licensed and successful completion of the program, you're eligible for a $1,000 startup grant, and there's an additional $3,000 grant once you've been in business for 6 months and complete an additional course. You can earn up to $50,000, which is incredible for the Central Coast. So there's a very high demand for childcare providers, as we all know. And by taking advantage of the different subsidies that people are eligible for, you can maximize that investment and boost your income as a family as well. And there are other certifications available that are completely free and through the Nurture program as well. And the last program I wanted to highlight for you guys is the Construction Mentor Protege program offered through Caltrans. And this is a program that's just starting up again this February. It's a free 8-month program to help new and growing businesses successfully compete for Caltrans projects. Again, as a small business, it might be intimidating or too complex or daunting to go into government contracting, particularly working with a large agency such as Caltrans. So this program is really meant to connect them with existing prime contractors and their procurement officers to walk them through every step of the project, from submitting your application to delivering results to post-award and continuing that relationship with the agency. For any questions, you guys can contact the District Small Business Liaison, our colleague, Mr. Richard Myerscough, and his information is on the slide as well. One last thing, we have some upcoming workshops this January, trademarking your business name and logo on Monday, January 13th. It'll be a hybrid workshop from 12 p.m. to 1 p.m. and Money Matters, finding and securing funding for your business in partnership with the Salinas Valley Chamber of Commerce on Thursday, January 30th from 12 to 1 as well. And with that, thank you very much. We appreciate your guys' time.
Jose, thank you so much for this overview. These are really some fantastic programs that you have coming up. I think if people want to get involved in this, if they want to get involved with the council, do they need to have a membership? Do they need to just reach out, get involved with the Business Development Center? How can they get involved with you?
So all of our business support services are completely free. So the Monterey County Business Council is a membership-based organization. So to join the Business Council itself, you do need to, reach out to our team and acquire membership. However, all of our services for our Monterey Bay Apex Accelerator, for the Central Coast SBDC, and other previous programs such as Building Business Stack are completely free to Monterey County businesses.
Thank you. And did you plan to provide this information in Spanish as well?
Why, yes, I did. All right. So, gracias por tenernos el día de hoy. Me llamo José Luis Barajas, soy el coordinador de Relaciones Comunitarias y Empresariales aquí en el Centro de Desarrollo de Pequeñas Empresas de la Costa Central. Y gracias por tenernos el día de hoy para compartirles un poco más acerca de qué es lo que hacemos nosotros para apoyar aquí a las pequeñas empresas en nuestra comunidad, particularmente en los condados de Monterrey y San Benito. Un poco más acerca de qué es el Centro de Desarrollo de Pequeñas Empresas. Somos un programa federal que tiene más de 100 sedes a través de todos los Estados Unidos, incluyendo los territorios. Estimulamos el crecimiento económico mediante el desarrollo empresarial, es decir, apoyando a nuestros emprendedores y pequeños negocios existentes y prospectivos. Nuestro trabajo se enfoca principalmente acerca de 3 diferentes puntos. El primero siendo asesoría empresarial completamente gratuita, talleres y recursos completamente gratuitos para los comerciantes de los condados de Monterrey y San Benito. Además de nuestra oficina principal en Salinas, contamos con sedes adicionales de centros de alcance en la ciudad de Soledad y Monterrey, con personal que es completamente bilingüe en inglés y en español para facilitarles el acceso a nuestros servicios. Y adicionalmente, nuestros asesores empresariales hablan inglés, español, japonés, portugués y árabe, con la posibilidad de hacer alojamientos con otros idiomas y alojamientos físicos con previo aviso. Un aviso particular es como somos un programa federal que recibe fondos federales y una subvención por parte del Estado de California Tengo que mencionarles que todas las opiniones, conclusiones y o recomendaciones expresadas en esta presentación son las del autor o autores y no reflejan necesariamente los puntos de vista de la SDA, CAL o SDA, el Estado de California o la red SDC del Centro de California. Un punto adicional es que para operar esta organización del Centro de Desarrollo se necesitaba una aportación local de $165,000 y el Concilio Empresarial de Condado de Monterrey se asoció con diferentes jurisdicciones y organizaciones sin ánimo de lucro para asegurar su éxito. Entonces nos gustaría también mencionarlos y darles su gracias por su apoyo. Ahora, para tratarles un poco más acerca qué es el día de Small Business Saturday o el sábado de pequeños negocios. Esta fue una iniciativa lanzada por American Express en el año 2010, hace 15 años, particularmente para elevar a la vista y a la mente de los consumidores el apoyar a los pequeños negocios, particularmente dado que se tiende a perder la noción de apoyar a los pequeños negocios durante la temporada festivas ah, en correlación con el Viernes Negro y el lunes cibernético, pues se tienden a perder los pequeños negocios. Entonces eso se celebra el primer sábado después del Día de Acción de Gracias. Y un dato particular es que el año pasado, solamente el año pasado, se generaron más de 17,000,000,000 de dólares, es decir, 17 billones de dólares en compras el año pasado solamente en ese día. Entonces eso nos indica que ser intencional acerca apoyar a los pequeños negocios realmente puede tener un impacto en nuestra comunidad. Y adicionalmente, el Small Business Saturday funciona como una oportunidad para que los empresarios pequeños se introduzcan a nuevos clientes y se puedan conectar con clientes existentes. Ahora, el equipo de American Express tiene una variedad de recursos completamente gratuitos para que los pequeños empresarios. Tienen materiales de marketing preparados completamente gratuitos para sus redes sociales, preparados para distintos sectores empresariales. También tienen rótulos gratuitos para los negocios, ya sea rótulos para compartir su horario, son rótulos para compartir que aceptan tarjetas, etcétera, todo completamente gratuito. Y adicionalmente pueden recibir marketing gratis a través por ponerse en el mapa de Shop Small de American Express. Es similar a aparecer en Google Maps o un Google Listing, pero exclusivamente para los clientes de American Express. Y últimamente tienen un programa de formación en línea completamente gratuito, disponible en diversos idiomas, que se conoce como Shop Small Academy, donde pueden aprender habilidades digitales y financieras para potenciar a su negocio. Ahora, otro recurso que tenemos aquí adicionalmente en el Centro de Desarrollo de Pequeñas Empresas son nuestros colegas del acelerador Apex de la Bahía de Monterrey, mejor conocido como el Monterey Bay Apex Accelerator. Es un programa federal que recibe fondos por parte del Departamento de Defensa estadounidense y es un programa por mandato del Congreso a partir del año 1985. Somos uno de 96 centros a través de los Estados Unidos y uno de 7 centros en el estado de California. Nos enfocamos particularmente en facilitar el acceso al mercado gubernamental federal, estatal y local. Es decir, ayudamos a los pequeños negocios a licitar y ganar a contratos públicos. Nuestro centro atiende una región que embarca a 14 condados y incluye a la costa central y el valle central del estado de California, e incluye a los condados listados aquí, incluyendo Monterrey y San Benito. El Monterey Bay Apex Accelerator ofrece una variedad de diferentes recursos completamente gratuitos, lo cual nos enfocamos principalmente en lo que es la asesoría individual, uno a uno, con los empresarios que estén interesados en la contratación pública. En estas asesorías realmente se les trata y se les guía paso a paso acerca del proceso y tratar cualquier pregunta o cuestión que tengan acerca del proceso. Otros recursos adicionales que nos gustaría destacarles para los pequeños negocios en estos tiempos festivos es uno y principalmente actualizar su perfil empresarial de Google. Aparecer en línea es sumamente importante hoy en día, dado en cuenta que tenemos estadísticas nacionales que nos demuestran que la fuente principal para que los clientes se encuentren a un negocio o determinen a qué negocios que van a apoyar es yendo directamente a Google, y esto es algo verífico a través de todas las diferentes grupos de edad, ya sean jóvenes o adultos mayores. La mayoría de gente va directamente a Google, entonces es importante tener su información actualizada. Si van a tener horarios diferentes para las tiendas festivas, asegurarnos de actualizarlos. Adicionalmente, al crear su perfil empresarial de Google, tendrán acceso completamente gratuitamente a Google Analytics. Eso les ayudará a optimizar su estrategia de marketing, particularmente durante el tiempo de las fiestas. Eso le puede dar conocimientos acerca de quiénes son sus clientes, de dónde es que vienen, qué tipo de información y qué tipo de servicios o productos son los que están comprando. Y últimamente compartirles pues que otro recurso para ustedes somos nosotros aquí en el Centro de Desarrollo de Pequeñas Empresas o Centro Cosas PDC. Puede obtener asesoramiento empresarial personalizado completamente gratuito. Le podemos aumentar sus ventas, a crear un plan de marketing robusto, y tenemos expertos en todos los ámbitos y aspectos de la actividad empresarial. Ahora rápidamente les desglosaré y destacaré tres diferentes programas que hay al momento. Uno es que al momento hay un programa estatal que se llama Cook Academy, que está ofreciendo una subvención de $3,000 a cualquier persona que complete exitosamente su programa en línea y gratuito de 8 semanas. Acerca Mico. Mico es un nuevo permiso que permite que la gente tenga un negocio de comida a base del hogar, es decir, un pequeño restaurante desde de casa, y se impartirán en inglés y en español a partir de este enero. Y solamente se ofrece en ciertos condados donde ya se permite este tipo de actividad, los que incluyen los condados de Santa Cruz, San Benito y Monterrey. Para más información, pueden encontrar la información en el fondo usando la liga cookalliance.org/Cook Academy. Otro programa y recurso que está disponible aquí localmente es el programa Nurture. Es un programa de formación en línea gratuito de 12 semanas para guarderías a base del hogar. También viene con una subvención de $1,000 al completar el programa exitosamente y obtener su licencia. Hay una gran demanda de proveedores de cuidados infantil aquí en la costa central, y pueden venir generando hasta $50,000 en ingresos anuales, aplicando buenas prácticas empresariales y atendiendo a niños con subvenciones. Aquí localmente, muchas familias califican para asistencia para las subvenciones y los subsidios. Entonces, pueden maximizar sus ventas y su negocio tomando provecho de estos recursos. Y últimamente gustaría resaltarles el nuevo programa de Caltrans, el Construction Mentor Protege Program. Este programa se ofrece solamente en inglés, pero es un programa igual gratuito de 8 meses para ayudar a las pequeñas empresas nuevas y que están en fase de expansión para que compitan exitosamente por los proyectos de Caltrans. Típicamente para un pequeño negocio, trabajar con una agencia tan grande puede ser algo abrumador. Entonces, este programa les brinda la oportunidad de practicar e interactuar directamente con los contratistas principales y las agencias para que tengan éxito al momento de licitar. Y últimamente, nada más una invitación a nuestros próximos talleres que tendremos en enero del 2025. El 13 de enero tendremos Trademarking Your Business Name and Logo, y el 30 de enero tendremos Money Matters, Finding and Securing Funding for Your Business. Y con eso les agradecemos. Para cualquier pregunta se pueden comunicar con nosotros usando la información en pantalla. Thank you.
Jose, thank you so much for walking through this. And I know you walked through it 2 times, and you're so good. You're so good at it, but I really do appreciate it. Just a couple of questions. I just want to go back to Small Business Saturday because it's just around the corner, and it's just something that's you described it very well. It's really grown. But what people could do with Small Business Saturday is they really can make new friends with businesses they may know nothing about. If you're only shopping in big box stores, you may not know what's in your downtown or in your local shopping centers. And there's really a wide variety of services and items that our local businesses sell.
Yes, absolutely. Um, locally, there's a big push, right? So, in the city of Salinas, they've created some signs to kind of create more awareness locally that are being posted along the Alisal and in downtown Salinas. And like you mentioned, yes, It's a great opportunity to, go into a shop in downtown Salinas and Alisal, down in Soledad, over in Monterey, Pacific Grove, and, get to know your neighbors a little bit, right? These small business owners are the people that, you drop off your kids to school with, right? They're in your karate class. They go to the gym with us. We go to the same doctors. So it really is about supporting your local community, and those local dollars do stay local, right? Your dollar goes a longer way when you buy local than, buying from an online business and having your fund go elsewhere.
And I'm glad you brought up the signage, because people now, if they're now thinking about maybe doing some shopping over the weekend, when will those signs go up so they can start getting a sense of, where can you point me to do some shopping?
Yeah, definitely. So the signs started going up this past weekend. So you start seeing them around particularly Salinas, and then the American Express shop small stickers and signage should start going up this week from businesses that ordered it. They should have received it by today so that they're ready for this Saturday.
And then one last question. We talked a little bit earlier about this getting involved with the Business Council and the Small Business Development Center. The programs are free, but there are other things that people can become a member of the council. And I was wanting you to reiterate that. So if people wanted to get more involved, they could.
Yes, absolutely. Again, reiterating, MCBC, Monterey County Business Council, is a membership-based organization, but again, all of our services are completely free. So Monterey Bay Apex Accelerator, Central Coast Small Business Development Center. We also host a number of other additional programs like the Leadership Monterey County program. That one's open to, the entire county. That one's not solely exclusive to our members. We also have the Monterey Bay Defense Alliance, which we work very closely with, and a number of other different business support programs. But yes, again, reiterating, all of our services to local businesses are completely free. So if you have any questions, just reach out to us. I dropped the link tree in the chat box, and it should have our contact information, website, and phone number as well.
Thank you so much, Jose, for walking through this, and really fingers crossed for a really great holiday season for all of our businesses, right?
Yes, absolutely. Thank you for having me, Maya.
Thanks again. All right, so it's been cold the last couple of nights, so this is a good time to ask, how much do you know about heat pump technology? If you are interested in stepping up your sustainability in your home, you might want to check out an upcoming webinar. Heat pumps have some environmental and economic benefits, plus there are rebates and incentives. So this webinar could help you decide if this is right for you. So we're very pleased to have Emily Gomez from Ecology Action here to talk more about this upcoming webinar. Hi, Emily.
Hi, thank you so much for having me. I'm grateful for the opportunity. So I didn't prepare any slides, but I'll be sharing some links in the chat, and then I can follow up with some slides that you can share out as a follow-up to this meeting, if that works for everybody.
Fantastic. Thank you.
Great. So again, my name is Emily Gomez, and I'm a senior program specialist at Ecology Action. We are headquartered in Santa Cruz, but we have a Watsonville and Salinas office, and have extensive program delivery down and throughout Monterey County. And I certainly recognize a few of you on this call, actually, just through partnerships. I am really grateful to share out with you today an upcoming community learning opportunity as part of our Resilient Central Coast campaign. And just really quick, this campaign is a 6-county collaborative effort from Santa Cruz all the way down to Ventura County, including Resilient Monterey County, which is sponsored by Monterey County, with a goal of activating 500,000 Central Coast residents by 2030 to take some sort of climate action and better prepare for climate change impacts. And each county has a custom online platform featuring federal, state, and local resources to help residents reduce resource consumption on the household level, save on their utility bills, and just better prepare for increased storms and climate change impacts. So let me share in the chat so you can check the platform itself out, and you'll also be able to access some of the resources I will be sharing for the webinar itself. The Resilient Monterey County is available in both English and Spanish, and The homepage always features upcoming events or webinar opportunities, like our December 11th heat pump webinar. And we just know through our outreach in the community that so many residents have questions about home electrification topics. And it's very difficult to navigate those rebates and incentives. And so by popular demand, we've brought back another really focused webinar specific to heat pumps for cooling and heating your homes. And in this December 11th webinar, we have speakers from Ecology Action, as well as 3C Ren, Electrify Now, and Electrify My Home. And all the speakers will be covering things like the nuances of HVAC heat pump technology. There's a lot of different types out there. What's going to work best for you? How to find qualified contractors and sort of ask the right questions to verify their expertise. It's a new technology, so you need to make sure you have the right person to help you. Tips for comparing quotes, including efficiency ratings and available incentives. Certainly the importance of kind of planning and design decisions when you're thinking about upfront costs and what to do first in your home in terms of home electrification. And we'll also be doing a deep dive on rebates for Central Coast residents from programs like Tech Clean California, the Inflation Reduction Act, 3CE, and 3C Ren. And the last home electrification webinar we hosted, there were about 150 residents calling in for it, and we hope to have another great turnout. So I'm asking anyone that is able to share out our Zoom link, which has the webinar description in it. And we also have some assets there in that Google Drive link that you can include to help share out through any social channels or other communication channels that you have. If you have a custom newsletter or anything that you're willing to include information on either Resilient Monterey County itself or the webinar, I put my contact information down here. Please feel free to reach out to me directly, and we can often create some custom copy or assets for you. So thank you so much for your time today. And please let me know if you have any questions.
Emily, thank you so much for talking about this. People may think, heat pump technology, it's almost Christmas. Why am I thinking about heat pump technology? But it's cold outside, so
yeah,
great time to think about it. Is this it sounds like this is something that if people don't want to do it now, they might want to think ahead about their next step when it's time to replace their current heating system. They might want to take that extra step to be more sustainable.
Yeah, absolutely. And we're sort of timing this webinar because there are brand new rebates that just came online like 2 weeks ago. So it's relevant because a lot of times what we see with rebate programs is the first like 3 or 4 months that they're open, then they get eaten up and there's none left towards the end of the year. So whether or not your current heating system is at the complete end of life, it is always good to kind of keep in mind and keep considering sort of along this larger picture of home electrification if there are things that you could start implementing, especially if it aligns with rebates and incentives that are out there to help make it much more affordable.
And for people that don't know the sustainability aspect of this, why would an electrified heat pump be more sustainable than people often use gas for their heating?
Yeah, so gas generally is a bit more problematic just because it's what we consider dirtier. And especially on the Central Coast, our electricity is coming from very clean sources. So the footprint of any electrification upgrade in the home is considered more sustainable. Now, depending on what type of gas appliance that you're thinking about replacing, you may not see huge utility cost savings right off of the bat in terms of like increased efficiency, but it's certainly cleaner.
And I'm sorry if I'm speaking to the choir, preaching to the choir on this one, but not everybody, I mean, we want to be sustainable, but we don't often know which is cleaner, which is dirty. And, you know, if you want to do the
Yeah.
right thing, sometimes you need to know why, right?
Right. And I think that that's sort of the impetus behind Resilient Central Coast. And, you know, we have over 30 different agency partners that are supporting the successful rollout of this campaign along the Central Coast. The backbone of that campaign is really this online platform tool that's been customized for the counties. And each of those platform features over 100 different actions that residents can take, from home electrification to water efficiency to transportation. We have a resilience category where we're featuring things like Alert Monterey. So trying to let residents know about how to become more and better prepared for increased storms. So there's a wide range of actions that are featured on the platform, but the goal is to really have everything in one place for a resident, to easily filter and search through based on what their interests are, and what they want to do within their home. And the neat thing about the platform too is that as you find actions that you want to take, you can select those actions and it'll give you a roll up of your estimated resource savings. And you can actually track your resource savings from GHG emissions to electricity use, to your associated utility bill savings. So it's pretty neat to see sort of your direct impact. And it also rolls up impact for your county as well. So you can kind of see what others are doing within your county.
Well, this sounds like a New Year's resolution to me. If you
Yeah.
wanted to if you were looking ahead to January 2025 and you wanted to be more sustainable and kind of up your game, using this tool would be a great way to see how you're doing.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Emily, thank you so much for being here to talk about the upcoming webinar and other resources for residents. We really appreciate it.
Thank you so much for the time. I appreciate it.
And thanks everyone for joining us on the news briefing this week. Our next briefing is next week. We'll see you then.